So what I'm looking at doing. Oh yeah. First I need to close that out. Oh. Oh wait. No. I can get it. Okay. All Stars and World. That's what we. I need to. I need to actually hunt down all the. All Stars. Okay. Oh, shit, there's 10 of them. Oh no. Um. Mm, no, I have to. This one, I have to open the old version. I literally cannot tell where all these states are just by reading the description. Mm, okay, let's. Sorry, going around with the old version of Super Mario All Stars and Super Mario World. So, 3, 4. Okay. Where the shit did I put the controller? Could actually turn the light on, but I can't be. Um, Enjoy the stream of a grown man kind of slowly turning around in the dark, trying to find while he pulls on his microphone. I'm glad I organized all this stuff. Actually, turn the light on. Beans. Oh. Oh, it's down really should look into getting a better chair. Okay. Which one of these is on screen? None of them. Or well, that one is. I've got. Okay. So, how many of these are Mario 2? I think those are both SMB2, 4-3. Okay. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so SMB2, I think, is gonna start. Just go from there. Oh yeah. Oh shit. That is not the thing. Did I say? Oh yeah, I did. Firefox, I don't. What's up, Gene? Yeah. I felt so. I was playing Tangle Deep earlier and screwed up again, and I was like, let me just go take a break, and I'll be back. By break, I meant fall asleep. Um, and then fall asleep, and then not feel like getting out of bed for a little bit, and then go, okay, well, shit, I'm not gonna get back to sleep immediately. So here I am, fucking around with states. And there we go. Um, Mainly I'm just playing stuff. I'm practically gonna have to play through like a bunch of these games just to get to where these states are. It's okay. It's just instead of playing one game to find the states, I have to play through all of them. Also don't have my headphones. Oops. Oh no. Oh. There's no sound for. Let's see. Let me see real quick just to make sure it is. Does this have? Okay. No, it is Super Mario All Stars Plus. Damn it. You butthead. Super Mario World. Okay, so Super Mario Brothers 2. Okay, constantly right. I'm just gonna I'm just adding or rather I'm going to ROM and launch. Air domain cart ROM. The 1 2 FF. Constantly right. Hold on a second. Let me see if this changes if I die. Um. Um. Watch. In the cart ramp. No, that's not cart ramp. Um. 1 2. Sleeping is kind of a pain in the ass. I like for me, like if I actually want to go to sleep, no. If I'm just oh, I want to rest for a little bit. Out. But like actually trying to get to sleep never works. Okay, did either of these addresses change recently? Let's try again. Value. Oh, please kill me for experiment. Nah. Neither of these. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. No, I'm looking. I don't think either of these are... Can't poke that value? Really? I can poke this one. What? Really? Um... Excuse me. You know, I could probably just play this game and not be shitty at it. But, the hell value is X0AD. Um, what's... Has decimal 173? Really? Sounds off to me. Let me see what my live is. Game. Still that. Of course, I may have found a value that doesn't actually do anything. Yeah. Not even it. So I have to make states for all 5 of the games on this cart. Just gonna soft reset. That's odd. The value did change to 0 when I reset, though. But I basically had to go through each game. There's a couple on Mario 2, World, Super Mario Bros. 3. There might not be any for base Mario. Because I think some of these are probably Lost Worlds. In fact, I would bet that those are Lost World states. Kind of wish people would have... Oh, man, I get it. See, here's the thing. So I had to actually play to the end of Super Mario Bros. 2 because one of the states is Defeat Wart. So I will have to actually play through the game. I guess I'm just gonna not die then. I guess. Because I'm not seeing how these code. I guess I could search for them myself, but man, here's the problem. I believe, and from what I'm seeing in the coding here, like each of the games has different places where they've stored the lives value at. So, like even if I go and hunt down where the life value is in one of them, I'm probably gonna do it for each and every one of them if I want to cheat. That does not sound fun at all, so it's not... I'll just play the game normally. I have infinite continues, so it's not a huge deal. Super Mario Bros. 2 is where I was starting. Hopefully I can see it. I debated whether or not I was going to get up and do any of this stuff because I do have to take the grandparents over to some breakfast thing that goes on at the other park over here. And, I mean, it's an alright breakfast and all that, but I just don't do breakfast generally. Morning is not a time for me. Fuck. Morning is that period of time where the sun is coming up and I haven't gone, or I haven't gotten to sleep yet. And that I hope to avoid the rest of by crashing. How goes the writing, Nox? You have a like, are you writing with like so you're writing with a group? Are you like editing on the fly, or is like everybody working on different portions of this thing and then collaborating, or get murdered? Probably should have just used Peach, because Peach is kind of cheating. That's fine. I will do a thing. Dang, I did not bomb that man. I can. You know, not having music to the game is a little disorienting. Probably should turn it on, shouldn't I? Shit. Way too early. Got him. Nice. Done forever, you say. Is that a truthful statement? Are you truly done forever? Or are you, in fact, stuck in purgatory and forced to write forever? It is a bunch of game feel. Although, see, this isn't the GBA version, so I'm not as like huge on the sound effects, because I don't have Luigi going, I'm a movie or whatever. Oh. Whoop whoop. For the police. You're curious. I guess no one had told you. Sound is on now. Okay, so somehow volume mixer reduced the sound on OBS again. Oh. Bear with me. Wait, do I have like 3 copies of? No, only 2 copies. As I say, like, did I have 3 freaking copies of? Wait a minute. No. 2. For a second there, I thought it showed more than 2. Well, you get to hear that, huh? No, I reset those values back, so nothing's being messed with. I had turned the music off at some point. Probably for Darius Twin while I was listening to music. Hey, what's up, Gravy? Oh, Mario. I do have the rewind key. What? Like I need that. Hey, buddy, I need that rug. Fuck. Prey and hunger. Are we talking, oh shit. Are we talking... come on, man, I needed... son of a bitch, why didn't... I just working on these damn states. I care about the actual... I don't care about the actual gameplay. I just need to get to places so I can save states for a show. Holy crap. Oh, so is it... It's lunchtime then, Gravy? Is that what you're telling me? Is that the words that I'm hearing? And by hearing, I mean reading on a screen. Alright. Now I'm invincible for this portion of the game where I'm standing here looking at a bomb. Also, invincibility lasts like 3 seconds, so... Hope you don't get fucked. I guess I could get the... Oh... I could, but... Why waste my time? But there's, mushroom in there, but... It takes too much effort. When I can just go in here and eat Birdo and be done with the stage. I'll have to check real quick to see exactly what levels I need. So I get in the bird face here. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so... Pause that. So I need... Okay, World 6-3... That's the end game. Break these down real quick. 6-3... That's like 7-2, I think. Is the end of the game. Okay, Mario World is... Oh, shit, come on. 1. That's 4... 3... 4th... no, come on. 4-3... I don't think there's anything in the... I don't know. Okay. 4-3... 4-1... Okay, so 4-1... 1 lost levels. 2-4 lost levels. Luigi. Luigi. Ugh. Psych has made... It's like the last level. What is that? 8? 8 Bowser. The turtle suit. I'm pretty sure that's a psych state. And then this is 4-3. 3D Mario. Sorry if you can't see this because it's on the screen or on another version of BizHawk. 3 8 6 1. Okay. I think. Yeah. Okay. So that is all the states that need to be made. I pause this. Sorry, I was slightly distracted as I record all these states. So for this game, for Mario, I need 6 3 7 2 and 4 3 are my states. That's the sound of the police. Boop, boop. Means theoretically, oh fuck, could actually, no. Wait, no, it's over here, isn't it? Oh shit! Fuck, it is over here. I'm just really bad at jumping. Beans. So, oh shit! No. I'm just gonna warp. There's no point in me. I'm just gonna, throw myself into an NG and die because that's also. No, what? Like I mentioned earlier, oh shit, that's not supposed to happen. So part of the I guess even on like the monthly the charity stuff, even when it's half and half. So my future goal here, outside of the gardening stuff, I would like to get. So there's a gardening goal essentially. That's some of the money that people have graciously donated has gone towards the gardening stuff. I still have to build a box for it, but I mean that's moving forward. That's moving forward. The next goal is I would like to get. Hey, Nox. Thanks for the Twitch sub, Twitch Prime. Much appreciated. That does. That'll be down the road some, but the so after the gardening stuff, which, like I said, shouldn't be too hard. I've got the really all I have to do is build the gardening box and fill it with dirt at this point. Like, okay, so it's not that easy, but I've got the idea in my head of what needs to be done. sitting here thinking. I might as well just Mario, because I think he's the one that's used in that state anyway. Anyway, after the gardening thing, I'm stashing some of the bit bucks away for, I'd like to get, I'm thinking a leopard gecko, although, it doesn't have to necessarily be a leopard. I think that like a reptile would be probably the easiest, like, chill animal that I could have in here without, like, it grabbing the cat's attention and being a pain in the ass. And, you know, something my grandparents aren't going to care that much about, because I would have much rather had rats, but... rats, it's like, yeah, okay, fine. And this is something that they won't hardly ever notice. So, not that they would notice the rat either, but, you know, perception. They know it's here, they'll find a way to gripe about it. Oh shit, fuck me. I'm just trying to get some states made, man, that's all. But yeah, so I've been looking at gecko habitats. I mean, I guess I could... Part of my problem is I don't know if I want to go through the hassle of... Like, I looked at the kits... Oh, fuck me. I started looking at kits, and kits are great and all, but, like... All of them were, like, 10-gallon tanks. It feels like, to me, I could get all the stuff for, like, the 10-gallon tank setup cheaper, but, like, still also get a bigger tank, because 10 gallons is not very big for an aquarium size of any sort. Like, if you're keeping, you know, if you fish or whatever, no big deal. Ten's fine. We're talking about, you know, an animal that can get a bit bigger. I don't think they get huge, so it's not a big deal. Or rather, I mean, they get up to, like, I think maybe a foot max. But the goal... I mean, the goal is, like, I would much prefer having, like, a 20-gallon wide, or... Yeah, it would have to be a 20-gallon wide. Because I don't want a tall tank. Tall tanks don't... Tall tanks are not terribly useful for a ground-dwelling lizard. If it were a tropical climber, that'd be a different thing, but... Anyway, it's... something I've been looking into. Well, piss off. I landed on the top of it. Shit. Wait. Is this whale's eye still screwed up even in this version? It is, isn't it? Oh, by the way, this thing doesn't spawn because it's counted as an enemy? Or it is spawning and then dying underneath me. Nice. Oh, piss off. I was tempted to take a save state here so that I could come back and warp, because that jar under there is a warp zone. But... I'm already at level 4, why not? That's the thing that happened. Trying to think what else. Like I said, beyond that, Fizzle, really? Really, Sonic the Hedgehog? You can. Please wait. I didn't. What was the other one? Did I? What is? Yeah, sure. Oh. Was it here? I remember. I thought one of them, one of the states, was defeating. No, it wouldn't be here anyway. Say it was defeating the Birdo, but or the Birdo and then the boss, but it's not. This is not that level. So. Brain. Hello. How's it going? I am Brain. Please call again later. Poopy doopy doo. I just remember. This is the state. Wait a minute. Okay, this is state. Why is this freaking out on me? What? Wait. Okay, so state 8. 4-3. Okay, so this is the key room. Okay. Alright. That's the state as I'm looking at it. Okay, so I just need to get the key room. Was that what his challenge was? Key room state. It's gotta be a psych thing. State 8. Skip the key, unlock the door below. Okay. Okay, that's what it is. Also, so while I'm not particularly like the reason I have this thing here is because so I stopped using the I still take the gabapentin. I needed something that does have some, sort of pain relief, and instead of taking ibuprofen constantly, I figured I would low dose some nicotine, which actually does have some clinical uses as sort of a pain receptor binder sort of issue. So you'll have to bear with me as I create fat clouds, or whatever you call it. Although from what I read, also in research, they say that nicotine also helps with like ADHD and depressive orders as well. Or rather, they find that a lot of people who have those sorts of issues tend to also be smokers. I conclude that it does help somewhat. But anyway, just in case you were curious about that thing. Oh, really? I guess I need to be wounded for the state anyway, so whatever. I'll just live with it. Should have grabbed some. Waking up at 6.5 hours is that thing. Okay, so this is state 8. Sure. What I wanted to do is slide off of the potato guy, die immediately. That was the state, right? That was the challenge. Die immediately to potato boys as they slide around the ice. I read that somewhere. Shit. I would have been fine not jumping. Wait. Just a pit? Oh. Oh yeah, I did it. Nice. Okay. Alright, Gene, have a good sleep. Enjoy. Enjoy and sleep. I'm not sure if I'll get all these done, like, today or not. We'll see. I mean, it's Mario States anyway. Like, I know I'm getting all the AP things done, but I wanted to get the Mario one done because Mario is always one of those ones that, people are going to pick. So having it good to go would be great. Can I die one more time? I should, like, put up a disclaimer anytime I'm, like, doing AP stuff that I'm not good at video games a lot of the time. this off of you. No! No. Oh, are you shitting me? He clipped my ass or something. Okay, so that one's done. I need to get to 6-3 is the next one. It's a desert world. Oh, it's regular, okay. Oh, regular type. I'm okay. Oh shit. You. I have to deal with this part. I'm surprised that my head was in the hitbox and I didn't just die there. Okay, so this is that. I thought it was I'm a movie. Did I'm a pizza? This is so there is a state for this in the actual Mario 2 game. Oh, so you just wanted to be a pizza. Oh. I thought maybe you just wanted to be a pizza. I was like, that's fine too. Pizzas, movies, you know, all the good times. Yeah, that's fair. You know, you can be whatever you want to be, Nox. Although if you're a pizza and you have, oh yeah, oh, spit eggs. If you're a pizza and you have pineapple and ham, you will create a controversy, the likes of which will never be rivaled again. No, that in sheer stupidity. I mean, you know. Also, good morning, now. The politics of pizza. That is like the sign of our times, though. That with all the actual serious problems going on in the world, we would fight about toppings on a pizza. It is, unfortunately, a time of day where I'm awake and don't want to go back to sleep yet, so. There's that. I keep forgetting I should stop and like fill my cup of water or something. Have you gone to sleep already now, or are you waking up to this? Thank you, bomb. No. This is another challenge in the base game states. Only 2:30. Oh, it's 3:37. I guess it's not. Not for you, but you know. Sonic the Hedgehogs. I was looking into some code, some of the like hack codes, and I saw that you can replace all the large vegetables, like when when you are supposed to get the special thing, you can replace them with like other stuff. You just turn them on as like turtle shells, or I'm curious if there's a way that I could change everything that you pick up into a special category item. Like, can I just replace everything with turtle shells? That you were always grabbing turtle shells. Shit. Oh boy, no. Oh yeah, that's right. This does nothing. It's literally there just to get you right. I hit you with this fish. Oh, crap. I hit the bird with the fish and died. Yeah, that's true. Oh. By the way, I'm cheating. Just in case you're curious. Oh, right. I forgot. Ducking doesn't actually do anything against that. Or like 2 boxes high. Even when you're small. And ducking. Okay, box is dumb. Anyway, yeah, I was just looking at it. I noticed that there was codes for changing the 5th large vegetable object into something else. I was like, I wonder if there would be a way that we could hack a bunch of those to do something else, but I don't, when I thought about it again, it was like, I don't know if this would change, like, the stage enough to make it, like, super different in any way, to, like, make a challenge interesting. Ooh, excuse me. I'm just gonna cheat with this toadstool. F3. Oh no. Sure not gonna lose a hit point that early. Sorry. I need the hit point. I assume anyway. This one star so I can get moving. I have a lot of things that I need to do here, alright? A lot of different Marios that I have to play. Oh no. I forgot Princess cannot jump with the crab. I guess. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, shit. No. I think that's just a shortcut, though, isn't it? I don't have to do that, I don't think. Yeah. Silly shortcut. Open that. Fire dude. Whatever. Okay. Oh. No, not this part. Okay. Pretty sure the part up on top here is another challenge. Oh. That was my bad. I forgot it was going that way. Like in most Mario games, if you kill enough dudes, you will be rewarded for it. Jerks. Yeah, I was really looking at it more because I was trying to find like the infinite lives codes and put them in so I didn't have to worry about running out of dudes, but... shit. But then really? Then I realized that I could just rewind, so it's not a huge deal. I just rewind my way to where I need to be. Oh, good work. If there's anything I need to redo, I can always just do that. That also happened. So far I'm doing really good at, like, doing dumb things like that. I also hate dice. To be fair, so I did. I don't know if I told this story before. So, I was notorious for a while of just being. Oh shit! And you're blocked, mummy. Ew. That sucks, man. I thought you were talking about the Kingdom Death stuff again. Shit, I didn't know you played your demo. I might have told this story before, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, so... at one point in time... so we... Back in, like... just post-high school days... Beans... in just post-high school days, we used to play, a game called Rewind Time a bunch, because you are shitty at Mario. We used to play a game called Alternity, which was sort of a this is sort of this weird, like, D20 system sort of game. It was kind of like this weird blend of, like, what Fate is, plus some, like, D20-ish, like, rolling. Anyway, we played Alternity because we had a buddy of ours that was, like, into, he was into, like, looking into, he was into dark matter. There was campaign setting stuff called dark matter for it. And dark matter was basically about, like, occult type stuff, except, like, it was real, and, you know, you had the government cover-ups, and you had all these underground organizations that were based around, you know, aliens, or the Mothman, or, you know, all this kinds of stuff. So, we used to get together and play this brand of Alternity. And, like, we had just started a campaign. We were just starting a new campaign. I think this was before, like, the big one that we were playing. So we started playing, and we'd all rolled up characters, and like I had this like gambler that had like two, like Dirty Harry style magnums, 'cause, like he just thought he was cool, and he was okay with guns, but like at first level or whatever, you're always garbage with pretty much everything. But that system was kind of real easy to break with we're an 86.3. This system was kind of easy to break if you just wanted to pour points into stats, because like you could just pour all your points into one stat and be just really great at it very quickly. And it had that sort of like, oh, if you have invested this much stuff into this skill, then you can get all these other benefits as well. And it was like, okay, like it's, as soon as you invested, X amount of points into like skills with pistols, then you could, you started getting like ambidextry and other perks that let you basically be a badass. Anyway, like before that, so we got this game off to a start, and we were in some car. I think we were doing some sort of mission. I think we were in Russia at the time or whatever, and like we were being pursued by somebody. I don't remember who or what. Beans. And we got into a firefight. It was like, alright, cool, I'm gonna try this out. So, like, the first firefight I get into, in Alternity, 20s are bad. Like, 20s are, like, the worst thing you can roll. And so, like, of course, first thing out of the gate, like, I draw my, like, 2 pistols out, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna blast these guys off the planet, and, like, first thing I do is I roll a 20, and I have no rerolls or whatever it was called in that system at that time. I think this is, like, a thing you had to buy with your experience points. Ah, dang it. Anyway, so I roll a 20, immediately my gun, like, blows up. Like, this, powerful gun just goes like, oh, he's like, oh, some sort of catastrophic failure with your gun. You bought a cheap-ass version of the gun or whatever, and so this thing, as you go to pull the trigger, like, basically splinters and damages your hand. So I took damage, like, my gun was gone, I couldn't use my hand because it's like all, like, just shot up with metal shrapnel and shit from this gun exploding in my hand. And so I roll to attack with the other gun, and sure enough I roll another 20. And the same thing happens with it. And so, like, immediately into this campaign session, my character, who's, like, one useful feature at that point in time, because we were being pursued, like, I had some other, like, discussion skills and, personal skills type stuff, but, like, at that period of time, obviously we didn't need that. So I go in, like, immediately we're out in the middle of in our mission mode or whatever, and my character goes from, having stuff to having not only no guns, but, like, no hands. Like, I literally had to, like, stop and just bandage my hands to pieces, and I literally couldn't use them anymore, like, for the rest of that encounter. Or for the rest of that, like, night. Or while we were, out doing the thing we were supposed to be doing in that quest, or whatever. So, for the rest of the night, I'm just like, I don't do anything, because I don't have hands. Sorry, guys. And from, like, that night on, I just had this notorious, history, like, anytime, screw off with this. Anytime we played any other dice game, it was always Don't let him roll your dice, because he's the most unlucky person. Like, I mean, kicking everything would have worked if I had, like, put any points into, like, melee combat at all, which I hadn't. So, I mean, I think that's, like, the problem is that, you know, in a firefight, you can't really kick anything. Like, there's no kicking involved. You're gonna get shot and dead. And the game was lethal enough that, like, yeah, you didn't want to get into a fist fight with a dude with a machine gun or whatever. It's not good for your health. But like I said, it was just one of those things where it was just one of those things where. You know, we went into a thing like, and this was back in the day where, you know, rolling up a character, you know, probably took about an hour because we only had the one book, and you know, everybody was probably generally was dicking around with, you know, we didn't have cell phones at that point in time, so there wasn't that really, but you did have butts. You did have butts, and that was somewhat distracting. But you know, you always had just, you know, some sort of nerd shit that, you know, you would pull out and go, and have fun with. So things took, you know, obviously longer than they probably should have. But yeah, so, you know, you go through this big process of rolling up a character or whatever, and we went from, you know, alright, we're gonna do this thing, and then it was like, oh, alright, well, my character is useless for the time being until we get back to some place that we can, like, you know, fix this situation. And since we were, like, operatives in the field, like, in Russia, it was like, okay, we're not gonna get back anywhere immediately, so. And this was still in the days when, like, we were still, like, trying to figure out how to be, DMs. So, you know, we thought it was, you know, it was hilarious at the time, but then, like, as you look back on it, it's like, well, you know, as a DM, you wouldn't, I mean, you might break the character's guns or whatever, or make them, you know, inaccurate for the session or whatever, and like you had to fix them, you know, whatever. You wouldn't, like, you wouldn't, like, just straight up like, oh hey, by the way, your character is useless for the rest of the night. Go sit in a corner and read a magazine or something. Piss off. Because that was the sort of thing that would happen, you know, when you're early on, when you're still, like, figuring out all the how-tos of not being shitty as a DM. We hadn't realized quite yet that, like, you know, that doesn't make the game fun, so don't do that. It was more that, it was, like, just the interesting, like, storytelling, like, ugh, wow, the most unlucky thing has happened to this character that's supposed to be about luck and, you know, gambling and all that kind of stuff. Oops, ha 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 ha. But then, you know, after that, it's like, well, now I don't want to play anymore, because, like, I can't do anything. What am I? So 6-3 is this thing I need to do. 6-3 with Ouija. Okay. This thing, like, super chugs. Yeah, well, I mean, again, yeah, that's what kind of what it was at the time. Like, it was like, oh, hey, you know, it's a humorous thing that happens in the game, and it's a story that you can, you know, tell, you know, down the road. Like, hey, this is a thing that happened in the game. It's a memorable moment. I think I've told the tales of getting the cops cold on us because of our role-playing games before. But it's that sort of thing. Like you just get this story where you're like, oh, ha ha ha. You know. Now, you know, obviously, you know, had that not been that way, had we just, you know, retconned that out and said, oh no, your guns are fine or whatever. That's not where this thing needs to go. Is it under here? Like, I forget where it is I need to go. No. Okay, it's not there, obviously. Yeah, but like, for some reason I can never get it to work. Like, I thought, do you have to duck and then like hop jump underneath it or something? I remember, yeah, that used to be a shortcut somewhere, but like, where the hell is this damn mushroom at? Must be out here on the. What the F? Don't touch that shit, by the way. Just in case you can. One of these singular. Yeah, it is. Okay. By the way. So, get to eat. Is it just that? Because to be honest, I don't really want to go through the rest of the stage if I can just skip it and go to the... Oh, there it goes, yeah, okay. I guess it is the potion screwed up the hitbox. Because I always kept thinking that you had to take the potion over here, and then there was a... No, what? Why did you not jump, Luigi? Okay, is this where I need to be? This is where I need to be. Okay, so 6-3. Bam. Okay, and now I need to just beat the game. You know. You know how that goes. Just beat the game. Although, fortunately, like, I've played enough of 7 that I at least know the shortcut through stage 1, so. I mean, yeah, Luigi generally screws up everything. Hey, KP, what's going on? Oh shit. Let's not like take damage to things I don't need to take damage to. So there's that. I just need to throw blocks at this dude until he dies. And he stole a block. Nope, nope, that was not. Hey, what the? Somehow I head on that ceiling and then like did a weird beam. Like now I probably can't even get up here. cool. So I went from like having this cool strategy, eating the snake, to in fact not being able to beat the snake. In fact, screwing myself out of being able to beat the snake. So I need to be Toad for the last stage. I should be able to do this with the princess. Fairly easy. What is everybody up to this early morning? I know Nox is doing a right. This section will suck. Section always sucks. Gotcha. You what? You're not supposed to be able to shoot like that. I mean, oh, it is the weekend. I was gonna say it's the weekend though, right now. So, do you have one of those jobs that you hate, KP, or is it just like it's a job? So whatever. I mean, I generally assume everybody hates their job, but you know, there's probably a few folks out there that are, you know, that are lucky enough to have at least a job that either they like or they can tolerate and it pays enough. Yeah, that is it only 8 hours a week, or are you like crunching like, you know, random overtime as well? 'Cause 6 days a week is kind of one of those things like I would hate myself. Unless it just like pays you well enough that you can do whatever, or you know, it has some sort of benefits to it. Like, even if it's only like 8 hours a day, it's still like it's still one of those things you have to go get like into a routine. 5-ish hours a day. But morning hours, yeah, I guess that could be a pain in the ass. 5 hours isn't too terrible though. As long as, like, if it's not a job you hate, that's isn't the worst. Just let me know. Excuse me. I mean, 5 hours a day is not. As long as it keeps you busy and it's not like, yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I gotta have to hold sign. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, that I can see that. Wait, how many lives or how much health did I have for this? 1 second. I had 3. Okay. pick up one of the part pieces somewhere in the stage, or hack it in, I guess. One of those two options. Yeah, like, time off is definitely a big sticking point. And, like, even though, like, I wouldn't consider, like, God dang it. Like, I wouldn't consider this here, like, my caretaking to be a job, but, like, even then, like, yeah, not having any time off, like, having time off is one of those things, like, you definitely just always need some time to just do your own thing, and that is always very hard to come by with most jobs. Nowadays, anyway. God, I need it. I just want to get through here. I don't want to be blown up by bomb. Oh, right. Is it that one? I think it is that one. Oh. I mean, I know I can go down. I'm curious. I can go up and... Like I said, I need to get one of the harder pieces. Where is the... Here one? Again. One of them is just like, you go outside of the stage and you go down an area and it's just there. I think it might be this one. Beans. Like I said, don't expect, like, if I'm doing arcade pit stuff, don't expect me to be, like, good at a game, because, like, I'm literally just trying to get a thing done so I can move on. And I know I can cheat, so I'm trying to get that thing done, because I know there are more things to do in the future. Ooh, not there, is it? Might be there. Oh, I got two of these guys. What the F? Where's your brother come from? Arnie Chang. Yeah, it's this thing here. You come down here. Just like a room. Room. There's a potion. Potion. That's not it. Drop it down. Are you? Mushroom powder. And I can go and beat Toad. I have to, like, basically hit Wart 3 times. So he actually takes 6 hits to kill in this game. Let's just rewind it, just in case. Because I don't think I can... I don't know if I'll be able to sit around and farm things to kill. What are you doing? Also, don't mind me, it is 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm babbling, because I don't know. I did the whole, like, fall asleep briefly, not get back to sleep sort of deal, and then, like, you know, I'm gonna be up. I'll do something productive. No, damn it. No, rewind. Also, I wish I would remember license plate number, but some asshole ran a red light and almost front-ended me on my way to get food yesterday. It was great because I was like, I saw my lane, you know, indicator turn green. I was like, okay, cool. And then this guy just started going. And I'm like, what the fuck do you think you're doing, buddy? And sure enough, he pretty much kept on going after that too. It was like, dude, I'm fucking turning here. What's your... That's stupid. Basically, some idiot thought he knew the timing of the lights and, like, couldn't wait to get out there, so... He blew through it. Almost fronted me. Which would have been great. God dang it. Shitty ass spikes. I hate it. Or sparks. Yeah. Well, and the weird thing was, like, he wasn't the only one that, like, did it either. Like, there was some other person, like, just before him, on the opposite side of the street or whatever, that, like, just decided to go, too. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, or, you know, at first I was like, okay, great. Thanks, jerk. And then this person also just started taking off. I was like, are you serious? Are you still... God dang it, really? But yeah, like... Oh, no, look. I mean, I could probably get a heart back somewhere, but Jesus, I don't want to. I don't want to fight shit to get my heart back. Ugh. I guess I'm going to. Whatever. Oh, you know what? Right here? No. Not there. Oh. Beans. Downtown. Key door. What is that? Ugh. Oh, is that a thing in the original as well? Like, the eggs, after bouncing off the wall, still count? Probably did. Oh, there's my heart. Of course. Let's immediately lose it. I'll pick it up. Oh, no, game, come on. I just want the damn heart so I can save the state. Okay. Hey, got both that time. Show you. So here's this. Mouth. I have to fight another version of Mouthbird. This is a similar Mouthbird. Oh god. No, Dude, I just want full health going into the boss, please. Actually, I think this would be more just bird mouth and not mouth bird. There's an important distinction to be made between the two. Okay. State 2, but I need to actually do damage first. Yeah, like 3 times. I was in a thing that I shouldn't be standing in anyway. Damn it. I'm gonna get hit by something like that also should be getting hit by. Ah, come on. There's 2 hits. 3. That's all I gotta do. Okay, so there's those done. I really don't want to play through 3 tonight. I think let's do, today, or this morning, maybe after a proper sleep. I think I can get to World pretty quick, though. If I remember right. Wait a minute. Can I? Alright, KP, enjoy breakfast. Have a good one. Hopefully work is not shitty. Or is less shitty than it normally would be if it is shitty. Yoshi. Wait a minute. Weird. I honestly don't know if this is actually going to be all that fast or not, because so I have to get to Forest of Illusion. I'm trying to think what the quickest route to get there is. I don't think you can take the Star Road without unlocking the other parts of the Star Road, so seems like it would be a non-starter. Thinking about it. I mean, I guess I can get as far as I can go here real quick. Probably should get back to sleep because I have to get up 5 hours. Take them to do the breakfast. Oh, wow. I've destroyed you, massive bullet. I mean, these Mario World stages aren't too big. Especially the first few are not going to do anything. I don't know if that'll help me sleep any better or not, actually, now that I think about it. Now that I realize maybe it's not the best thing to do. I'm wanting to go back to sleep. Yeah. Woo. Maybe. had to think about it. Oh, it must be playing that in stereo, because I'm only hearing part of the audio. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, what's to that? What's to that, good sir? Should be Yoshi here. A likely story. Yoshi. Oh, what? It was... All I lost was a brief moment with Yoshi. It was replaced soon after. Hey. Just hit Yoshi in the head. It's fine. Yeah, I might have to come back to this a little later. I'll beat World 1 real quick. What was today's storm race, by the way? Oh, it's the TMNT thing. The hell that is Donatello getting captured, and then everybody else sucking. Yes, Leonardo was not terrible, but after that, might as well just reset. Or just find that place where the turtles get kidnapped too, and then rescue them all. Yeah. Sorry, turtle, but I punched you. You fall in the lava. That, truly sorry. As much as one plumber can be towards a creature such large magnitude that wants to kill him. I mean, they are man-sized turtles. Don't forget this. These are big. Big turtles. They're like Ninja Turtles. Less pizza. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Now he's back to where he was, basically. Hey, I did it. Yeah, I probably should stop because I'm gonna have to get up in like 3 hours probably. Let's see if I can't get a couple more hours of sleep before I have to run them over that thing. 3, 4 hours. I will be better prepared next time I do the Mario. Swing your arms from side to side. Come on. You know, it's time to do the Mario. Yeah. So yeah, I'll come back to this. I need state. I'll just save it on state 3 for now, and then I'll come back to a world another time. Thanks for popping in, morning early birds, and also people from across the pond where it is probably more like midday, slightly afternoon. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Much appreciated. Thanks again, Nox, for the sub. Words. Yeah. I'll try to do some more stuff tonight. I'd like to finish these up tonight. And then yeah, I'll get I'll try to be around to help organize them. I don't know if I can do a race or not. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see about that. We'll see what happens in that time slot, because for all I know, they might want to go out to the casino tomorrow, but or today. Anyway. Later, everybody.